Welcome to the 2020 CFA International Top Cat Challenge. I know it's been a weird year for sure, but here we are right at towards the end of it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for allowing us to do something a little bit different this year, bring you this sort of virtual competition. I'd also like to thank Lorna Fremont and her team for taking the time to put this together for all of us. It wasn't a simple task, so thank you, everybody. For those who do not know who I am, my name is Tyler Deel. I live here in the Great Lakes region, and I'm a millennial exhibitor, so what better for me to judge than memes? While caption and meme contests are definitely not a traditional format we're used to, I'm still excited to bring you my top 15. When I was looking through some of these, I looked for some traditional things, photo quality, how cute a cat looks, but also for how much your memes made me laugh or relate to them. So we'll start off with my 15th best Cat-Tion. It's a Star Trek reference. Who doesn't like a good Star Trek reference? I think that even people who don't really know much about Star Trek will at least know about this one. We're all kind of tired of 2020 and we just want to get back to the safety. So this 6-year-old Somali male is calling Scotty to beam him back to the mothership. My 14th best Cat-Tion, it's another Star Trek reference. We see a little litter of kittens here, Ragdoll kittens, and their mother, who you can just see in her eyes that she's pleading for help. She's saying, "Help, I made tribbles." Kittens, just like tribbles. One minute you have these little tiny fur balls, and next you've got a bunch of them and they're taking over your house, causing all sorts of trouble. So that's my 14th best. My 13th best Cat-Tion kind of spoke to me, with working from home and not really getting out much and having a reduced amount of sunlight that you can go into. Some days you just wake up and you're like, not today. I just don't want to do it today. And I feel just like this guy, this Japanese bobtail short hair. Not today. 13th best. My 12th best Cat-Tion follows up on some of the feelings from the last slide. About 12 months ago, we were starting to make our resolutions and plans for 2020, and I don't think anyone was prepared for what happened this year. But yet, this Maine Coon male found exactly where all our dreams and plans and resolutions for 2020 went, right down the toilet, just along with the rest of the year. 12th best Cat-Tion. My 11th best Cat-Tion, I think this is one we've probably all seen. You stay in bed 5 minutes later than normal, or you get home late. You get home wanting just a moment of peace, and nope, you're swarmed by your cats. This tabby long-haired female is showing you exactly what you get. A stern reminder of when her feeding time is, and you better not miss it again. 11th best. My 10th best Cat-Tion gets pulled from one of the many Will Smith memes. There's quite a few out there with his acting career and rapping career. But I'm sure we can all relate to this one. When people ask you, where does your money go? It's right to showing cats. And sometimes, when you get a cute Berman male like this one, it's worth it. All these beautiful animals, and we just love to show them. So this is my 10th best. My 9th best Cat-Tion relates to me in a way that some of these memes before haven't. I mean, it's tacos. Who doesn't love tacos? However, with this one, instead of some of the more traditional fillings, this one's filled with a lovely little 6-week-old Devon Rex male kitten who looks supremely snug and cute in his little bed. This is my 9th best Cat-Tion. My 8th best Cat-Tion returns to some of the references from earlier. However, instead of being a Star Trek reference, this one's kind of a Titanic reference. If you remember the painting scene, this cat wants you to paint him like one of your French kitties, Devon Rex male. This picture is very well taken in black and white, and the cat looks very comfortable. And even with the black and white, you can still kind of feel and see that curl to his coat. This is my 8th best Cat-Tion. My 7th best Cat-Tion is another relaxing cat. However, this one is a very fluffy Maine Coon cat. Instead of closely tight-knit curls, this guy just has a lot of fur hanging out. Instead of being asked to paint, he wants your numbers. And it kind of reminds me of that Mad TV skit, Can I Have Your Number? If you don't know it, I highly recommend seeing it. But instead, you can just look at this cat and kind of get the reference. This is my 7th best Cat-Tion. My 6th best Cat-Tion is 3 lovely Somalis, all males, and they're taking a nap. But it's not just any ordinary nap. These 3 cats have lined up diagonally, perfect for a game of tic-tac-toe. Typically, when you hear a cat game, it's a tie, but here, these 3 Somalis have executed the plan to perfection and won this game, and they are my 6th best Cat-Tion. My 5th best Cat-Tion has this red Abyssinian male. Typically, seeing people wear their masks wrong irritate me, but yet with this one, it kind of just adds to how adorable the cat is. He's literally wearing a cat mask. And I have to give kudos to whoever took the picture. Getting your cat to stay still with something on its head, I know is a difficult one. So good job with this one, and it's my 5th best Cat-Tion. My 4th best Cat-Tion kind of relates back to my love of food that I mentioned previously. Here we have a party color short hair eyeing up a rather delicious looking piece of strawberry cake. Zooming in, you can see there in that second half of the picture that she knows exactly what she wants, and if you're not careful, she's going to get it. So keep an eye on her, and this is my 4th best Cat-Tion. My 3rd best Cat-Чин feels extremely relevant in these times of quarantine. Filming this after a day of work, so it kind of makes me laugh a little bit more seeing it another time. After a long day of Zoom meetings, or sometimes even by 11 o'clock in the morning, you're just tired of it all and you want to go take a nap. This Maine Coon male here has opted for the nap, and I think I'd like to join him. This is my 3rd best Cat-Чин. My 2nd best Cat-Чин is one of my favorite memes from 2020. We see here this Burman male in 4 different poses, themed perfectly for all of his different social medias. He's got a silly picture for all his friends on Facebook to see, a professional picture for potential business partners on LinkedIn, a glamour shot fit for any Instagram profile, and an audacious belly pic for his Tinder. Each shot is kind of great in its own right, but added together, it becomes one magnificent meme. This is my 2nd best Cat-Чин. My best Cat-Чин was really the sum of many parts. If you were browsing through the entry, you would probably see that they had submitted multiple memes, but all of them are perfectly funny and very relatable. This one here struck me in particular. I'm sure we've all done it. We've forgotten to mute our mic during a meeting and said something kind of silly. And by the time you realize that your mic wasn't muted, you've got that set of panic that the cat has in the second picture. So this one here is my best Cat-Чин. And I'd like to congratulate everybody on doing a very good job working on these memes. I know they made me laugh and have a good evening putting this together. So I just like to thank you all, and hopefully you enjoyed them as much as I did.